Hey, yo, it's 101.1 The Beat, the hip-hop station. And on the line right now, Beach House 3 is in stores. Stream it wherever you go. It's none other than one of the most underrated voices in this hip-hop R&B game. Yo, Ty Dolla Sign, what's up?
I got a brand new coupe. Hey, I got a brand new Rory. Yeah.
Hey.
What's up, fool?
Yo, what up, bro? You feeling cozy? Hey, man, so Beach House 3, I have to ask right off the bat, this is a trilogy, right? This Beach House 3, it caps it off. Will there be more?
This caps it off. I'm done with the Beach House name. Yes, I do have more titles, like, you know.
No, yeah, we stay working.
Shout out to Team Dolla and everybody that's been down with me since day one. Like, Beach House 3 is just, you know, a movie. It's like, my whole career has been baby steps, like.
No, 100%.
Bigger and better. Like, if you're a fan of Ty Dolla and you've been listening to me since Beach House 1, you know I had this song called Cabana where I sampled Skrillex.
Shout out to Jeezy.
And then mixed it with some, you know, old 90s mint condition and then put my 808s on it and made that Cabana song. Well, on Beach House 3, I got the real Skrillex now, you know, full circle to come in and actually produce a song on there with Damian Marley. I got Pharrell on there, who is one of my favorite artists of all time. I got John Mayer, who is currently my favorite artist. You know, he came through and played some guitar and did some vocals.
Facts, 100%.
You know, I got my bro YG to come through finally. Like,
yo, and that's full circle.
Really, the only we had like mixtape songs that we dropped, but like this is the first like single since Tooted and Booted, and we came in the game together, so that was definitely fun.
Yo, I have to ask you about that. I know that, you know, how you just said you guys came into the game with Tooted and Booted, and I see y'all performing on Jimmy Kimmel, you know, doing your damn thing. With this track, did you and YG have a moment to be like, yo, we, you know what I'm saying, we finally have this platform that we, you know, we wanted since we started in the game? Did you guys have like that private moment with each other?
Yeah, like we've had that a couple of times, just like looking back on, you know, where we came from and, you know, back at the old motorcycle gang parties and, you know, we would just get warehouses in downtown and throw our own little parties and perform our own songs. And from that to, you know, performing in Staples Center and different things like that.
Crazy.
Barclays and all that. Going on tour with big artists and even having pop success now. Like, it's been lit, man. It's been a journey and it's been great. So, like I said, shout out to the whole 400 crew, the whole 10 Summers crew, because Mustard did his thing as well. You know, he started off just the homies DJ, and then it went to him being the biggest producer in the world.
100%.
And, like, still, like, having hits on the radio today, so.
And yo, I feel like you guys, and you in particular, you've been involved in so much, and if people don't know your musicianship, like, it's in your family, it's in your blood, for real, and you do so much more than singing. And I feel like until Free TC, instead of people focusing on your talent, everybody's discussion about you was, yo, is he a rapper or a singer? And with Free TC, I feel like it was the first time, like, the critics and these blogs were like, yo, this project is fire. And I wonder, with this album, was there any pressure, like, musically on making this album? Because I know that even singing-wise, like, your range, it got higher on this, your vocals and everything. So talk to me about that.
Yeah, like, this time I wanted people to walk away knowing that there is no the rapper Ty Dolla Sign. Like, I've never rapped one song. If you pay attention, it's always been a melody behind everything I did.
100%.
I wanted to, like, you know, set myself aside from the whole rap conversation and, like, make sure people knew that it was Ty Dolla Sign, the singer. And I think I've done that. Like, you get a lot more melody, a lot more singing. You get songs like All the Time, where it's just fully, like, R&B'd out. You get songs like So Am I with me and Damian Marley, where I'm fully singing, like, reggae style.
How you start the album out?
Famous, where it's like all acoustic, and I've always done the acoustic songs on all the projects, but like I had to go even harder, and I got John Mayer involved, and I got songs like In Your Phone with my girl Lauren, who you know, she killed it herself and wrote her own verse, and that was one of the funnest songs, and we really showed off, like, our abilities to, like, do the riffs and, like, you know, go crazy. Don't Judge Me, even when it's me, Future, and Sway Lee, that's probably one of the more rappiest kind of vibes, but still like went up with the range, you know? So it was dope.
And one thing I have to ask you right now with R&B, I feel like throughout these times you've been like that mainstay name that's always stayed relevant these past couple years. But the future's looking bright. I mean, you got dudes like Black, you got Daniel, Caesar, and Sid. Is there anyone, Anderson .Paak too, who I know has been in the game for a long time, but is there anyone still left?
I just got off the phone with Anderson right this second, right before I talk to you.
You swear to God?
He's having this youth concert out here on December 2nd for the kids in L.A., and he was asking me to come, and I would have loved to be there, and I just couldn't come this time because this is going to be my first time performing in Africa on December 2nd. Oof. I'll be in Kenya, so like...
Hey, don't play yourself. Ty Dolla Global.
Thanks for doing that for the kids, and he's always been a good-hearted dude, and it's super dope to see him get his success and get it acknowledged all over the world. And last year he was nominated for like a gang of Grammys, you know, and it's just dope seeing him start from where I know he started from, coming from, you know, Central California all the way to like, you know, now.
Globally, man. Grammys and everything. Is that someone, have you worked with him before on a record yet?
Yeah, we worked a couple of times, and like on one of his remixes we dropped where I was singing on it, but we worked on like other songs that we haven't dropped yet, but we just got to get in the studio and lock in. I'm actually working on a new project which will kind of fit his sound a little bit more, and you know, I always like just keep it me, but like dab into different like, you know, sounds.
100%. Like, yo, are you gonna end up making a country song? Like, I feel like you could do whatever style. Like, you could fit in any box.
I would love to, man. I'm good friends with my homies from Florida Georgia line, and we've been chopping it up and since paranoid about making, you know, something. So I just haven't like came down to Nashville, but I'm gonna get down there soon.
Hey, get them checks just like Nelly did. Get them checks like Nelly did.
I would love to.
Speaking of homies, and I don't mean to like kill the vibe and everything, but you were one of the first people to tweet out about Lil Peep. If I could give you the platform, just to give a couple words on him and the relationship and just speak on the problem, not even just the drugs and everything, but the mental problems and everything with that whole situation that happened to him. We send our condolences to Lil Peep, by the way, who passed away.
Lil Peep, I love Lil Peep, man. Shout out to his family. I only got to meet him through the phone and like on Instagram, and I was a fan of his music on SoundCloud, and that made me tweet about him, and he ended up hitting me back on the DM, and we ended up talking, and I had a tour that, you know, I'm working on right now for this new album, and I just talked to him a couple days ago, and he agreed to come on the tour. So last night I'm having like one of the most legendary nights of my life.
100%.
I went to my homie Jacob Collier's concert with my girl, and like we're chilling upstairs, and then all of a sudden this girl walks up to me and she's like, yo, Quincy Jones wants you to come to his booth. So we go to Quincy Jones's booth. Hans Zimmer's in there, who's like one of the most craziest composers.
Yo, if you don't know, The Dark Knight did all these crazy movies.
Like huge, like, so I'm just around like music royalty, and we're chilling. I'm just like living my best life, and then all of a sudden my cameraman walks in and shows me this picture, and it says Lil Peep passed away, and like, bro, I shed a tear, bro, because like that's the little homie, and like I was super into his music, and like I know he was about to take off, bro. He's like the first guy to tap into like, you know, trap music, but like make it rock and keep it himself. And it kind of felt like Nirvana / you know, like real, like right now rock to me is like Booth. Like there's no person that has that real, you know, that gives you that feeling that rock used to give me, like, except I love 21 Pilots. Like that's like my favorite right now, but like he was gonna be the one, I'm telling you, man, like mixing that rock and that trap, and like
he did it perfectly.
He did it perfectly. He really tapped into a whole new vibe, and like I was loving the idea of me and him going on tour together and just hearing more of his music, and just the one conversation we had, just him as a person, I could tell he had that good spirit. But yeah, man, mental health is real, and you know, everybody does what they do, so I'm not gonna like talk down on it. Like, yeah, I have Don't Judge Me on my album, where I talk about that. Like, it's just certain days where, you know, don't judge me. This is what I'm on. Like, this is how I feel. Like, this is what the world turned me into. You know what I'm saying? So I feel them. But, like, I would like to say to the kids, don't do drugs ever, you know? If you can, like, don't do what you hear on records. Don't do what you see on TV. Like, my mom when I was a kid, used to find Tupac CDs and Bone Thugs and Harmony CDs and like all the music I was into, Ice Cube, and she would take all my CDs,
she threw them out,
put them on the floor, and she made me step on them because she didn't want me listening to that kind of music. And she would find rated R movies, DVDs in my room and make me step on them and break them and all that, hating on me, like, because she didn't want me to get influenced. But like, one thing about me is I always had a good head on my shoulders and I didn't get influenced. If I ever wanted to do something, it's because I wanted to do it, and I'm not a follower. So I encourage Team Dolla out there to be leaders, not followers. And you know, that's how you gonna. I didn't get, you know, this age being a dummy. That's what my dad
100%.
always used to tell me growing up, and now I'm here to tell y'all that. You feel me?
I feel you. And now Beach House 3, you know, it just dropped October 27th, but now I heard on Everyday Struggle is a project with you and Jeremiah. Is that done? Can we speak on that?
Done. We have to get it mixed. We're mixing everything right now and choosing the songs. You know me, I'm a psycho with this music, so I'm not about to just drop anything. But we definitely have like 30 to 40 songs already, and we just need to sit down.
Y'all stay working.
And, pick the songs and put them in order, and then get back in the studio and make them all work as one cohesive project.
How did it come together?
My Ty, Jeremiah, and Ty Dolla Sign.
Say that one more time. It's called what?
My Ty, MIHTY, like the drink.
Yep.
But like,
I get it.
Jeremiah, Ty Dolla Sign.
And how did this come about? The relationship, the decision, like, yo, let's work on the project. Let's do this.
That just came, like, we both work with Hitmaker, and we both worked before that, but like, we just like came together at Hitmaker Studio, and we were making that song Dawson's Break off of Free TC, and we just started recording mad songs because like Jeremiah, he'll go in the booth and he's quick. He'll lay a hook and a verse. Me, I'm the same way. So that ended up turning into 40 songs in probably like, 8 sessions? You know, we also like worked with this crew called Right Now Sound, my homie A1, Krishan, K Forrest. It's a couple of us, Lyrica, and everybody just has ideas, and we all just like, yo, use this 4 bars, use this 4 bars, use this 2 bars, and then we make like so many songs, and like there's like a gang of them on the radio right now. So it's dope, like finding a team of hustlers that don't have egos, that are all down to just like collaborate and help each other, and like we're all gonna, you know, there's room for everybody.
I like that.
And everybody eats.
Especially you guys' last projects have been phenomenal. Before we get out of here, my last question, a little birdie told me, yo, are you really into like hella goldfish and just sea life in general? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not into goldfish. I do have a huge fish tank because I was on that show Tank, and like when I was a kid, I had this fish named Germany, and he was an African cichlid. So I had like about 50 African cichlids, like 20 catfish, and like these other eels, right? All the eels are dead. All my eels are dead. Hey. And then like the catfish is like 4 of them, and I would say there's about like 12 African cichlids, because those fish right there are like super territorial, and like some of them just like, you know, bossed up on the others. And now like this is a few, and there's like an American Music Award and a Moon Man Award in there, and my logo, and it turned into like a war field.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Well, look, hey, Ty, we appreciate the time. If you haven't listened to it yet, stop playing yourself. Beach House 3, all the streaming platforms. Go cop it at Best Buy. Yo, Ty Dolla, we appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all, and I'll be out there soon for the tour, man.
Oh, 100%. We'll have you come to the studio. Take care, bro.
Love.